Welcome to Roast My Kit. If you're new, here's how it works. My Discord members submit their airsoft kits to get roasted, and I go through hundreds of them to bring you guys the best. And if you want to get in on the fun in the next episode, there's a link to join the Discord server down in the description below, but let's get right into it. So we've got a submission from the 45th VTV enjoyer, and this is an interesting one because it is a AK with a lot of US kit, which I definitely think can look cool. Love Tiger Stripe, that's awesome. Love the naked Mitch 2000 without a helmet cover on there. And I just think that this looks pretty solid. The one thing I will say though, looking at this, those mags are holding on to those pouches for dear life. Maybe consider some close tops or HSGI tacos or something, but God, that Bungie is doing a lot of work on there. But yeah, this is just a neat kit, good for open plays. But I would definitely, again, I would switch out those mag pouches because they look like they're about to burst at the seams. So historical kits can be kind of hit or miss for me, but SmallFellows got one that I think is actually really cool because it's World War I. I feel like a lot of times people do World War II kits and they get problematic. I like how he's got the old-timey photograph filter on there. And then to actually see it in the light, it's so weird seeing a bolt gun that isn't a VSR-10 in Airsoft or some hyper modern sniper rifle. Seeing something old school like a Lee Enfield is a nice change of pace. I wonder, I've never actually seen one in real life. How do the magazines work in those? Because the Lee Enfield was stripper clip, right? So I wonder, I would really just be interested to see how functional is this loadout, especially without any sort of optic on there. That's gotta be, it's gotta be a challenge. It's probably just for a historical event or something like that. But he says that it's for World War I, and there are occasionally World War II events. Milsim West did one or two of them back in the day here in the US. But where do you bring this? Are you just the sole dude who looks like he's from 1917, and then you've got everybody else who looks like a Call of Duty or Fortnite skin at the local airsoft field? So for SmallFellow, cool loadout, but I do have some questions on how you actually use this. You should definitely let me know in the server or in the comments down below. Oh, and now we've got somebody on the opposite side of the war with a sort of Juggernaut kit from World War I. I don't know what this stuff was actually called, but I remember it being the coolest pickup that you could get in Battlefield 1. So this is definitely neat. I do find it really funny that there's this cool old school kit and then there's a car and a couple of refs behind it. Sorry, I can't help but notice that. But overall, this is definitely pretty neat. Is the gun an actual MP18? I mean, it says that it's a little bit of FARB, which it's over 100 years old. I think we can excuse a little bit of incorrectness in the loadout. I'm just curious, where did you find the gun? I didn't know that they made anything like that for Airsoft. But overall, this is super cool. Again, I just want to know, where would this stuff get used? I am the Dill, and I love how he's got 15 pickle reacts on this. So let's take a look at it. Big Dill is our resident surplus dude on the server, and it looks like he's got a basic AK-103, technically that's a 74 mag, either a Smersh or Alice, I can't quite tell, and then some sort of top on there. But I think that this is very basic. This is definitely the look that I like for low speed militia kits at Milsim West. I'll definitely take this over Marsoc Militia any day. But overall, I think that this is definitely just a cool basic loadout, and it shows that when you buy stuff from surplus stores, sometimes there's something decent in there. You can actually throw together a halfway decent kit. Now we have a heavy hitter of the Roast My Kit series, somebody who just consistently posts some great kits, Brodis, with his FN mag, which is the 240. And first off, I gotta say, points for using a medium machine gun in Airsoft. They're heavy, they're obnoxious. I cannot lug around a 240, even the lighter 240Ls that the US Army has. I've seen the Airsoft equivalent from Lambda, and I could not carry that around all day. The other cool thing is this is an older kit. It's the FN mag, so it's got the wooden stock on there. He's got the, I think they call that jigsaw camo. I could be wrong about that. But this is just such a super simple, but also very cool loadout. And I think a lot of the coolness is as well the rifle on it. There's an L-can on there. That would not have been my first choice on there. I don't know if that's kosher, if he's doing an impression or anything, but it is funny seeing the older designed machine gun and then super modern optic that I associate with like Mark 18s. But overall, this is super cool. A little bit of web gear on there. And man, I gotta say, you are probably a menace on the airsoft field with this, especially if you're going to a game like Milsim West. Like this kit, I know this isn't supposed to be a militia kit, but it does give off a little bit of the militia kit vibes, and it just looks awesome. You always do such great kits. The only thing I'll take away from in this one is no eye protection, but this is obviously just some sort of photo shoot. And I just want to take a quick moment to thank Brodus and all of our channel members for making the BB Warrior possible. Becoming a channel member has some really cool perks associated with it, like getting a guaranteed spot in the Roast My Kit series. You also get exclusive roles on Discord, you get to watch videos early, and there's even more. So if you want to learn about becoming a channel member and helping support the BB Warrior and making more videos like these possible, there's information down in the description below, or if you're on desktop, you can hit the join button next to my username. But let's get into roasting even more loadouts. Amazon Wizard Money Gang, which is a username that I'll never get used to saying out loud, brings us yet another machine gun, and we've got the pig this time, the M60. It's old school, it really hasn't aged super well. I know there's some more modern versions of it out there, but I still think it's just such a cool rifle, and he's got it with this little bit of what I'm going to assume is either a Vietnam kit or a Vietnam inspired, and that's not what I was expecting to see here. But overall, I think that these are super cool. You know, the kit is pretty basic. You know, it's just M81 and like Alice gear. So it's really the gun that makes it. I will take points off though for the orange tip. I am an orange tip hater. But overall, I think the gun is super cool, and we need more variety of machine guns in Airsoft for sure. Phoenix has the next loadout, which I gotta say, I don't know what camouflage pattern that is, but I think it's pretty cool. You know, it's definitely like an older pattern. It's nothing new. But I do like it. It's got a pretty simple setup. I admittedly can't identify much, but it is dual comm, which is twice the coolness. Overall, I definitely think that this is a neat kit. I, again, do not know much about it, so I apologize. The old school wooden AK is cool. However, what's that? You've got no base plate on your magazine, my guy. Overall, very, very cool though. We've got another channel member, Big Ounce, who has submitted some really cool kits back in the past, and the first thing I see is, man, I love tan 416s. They're one of my favorite rifles out there, but also like the kit's cool, but this is just such a cool AO. Like, where are you? It looks like some sort of like pick and pull, like auto save sort of place. I think AMS used to host at a place like that. But I do love, again, that tanadized 416. But overall, I think that like definitely the coolest thing that you've got is the guns, that's for sure. The other thing that I really like about this, just because I find it funny, is the Pit Vipers. I think that Pit Vipers are ugly, but I do find it really funny when people put them in their airsoft kits. So overall, this is pretty cool, man. Thank you for submitting. So I have an awful confession to make. I've never played Half-Life. I think I said that in one of the other Roast My Kit videos when we got this submission, but I do think the rifle is just so goofy, and again, maybe it's because I've never played it, but this is from Half-Life. It's got the MP5 with the M203 on there, which I just think is a hilarious look. But overall, I think it's pretty cool, and it definitely screams like early 2000s video game, like before everybody got on like the super modern, like after like 2009 or 2010 when like the original Modern Warfare 2 and Warfighter came out, Medal of Honor. This is what most video game bad guys kind of looked like back in the day. But I definitely think it's awesome, and I love to see more video game inspired kits. So this is definitely a great 10 out of 10 for sure. It begs a question though, when you go to the airsoft field, how many people know what this is? If you're watching the video, please leave a comment down below because I'm curious. Callsign Viper, not the best photos, but working on a helmet setup. And you know, I do enjoy the newer, what are we calling this? The Block 3 rifle with the URGI. I think the next M4 that I do is probably going to be this. Like right now, I've got my old school Mark 18 Mod O, I've got my keg rifle, they're the same thing with the different barrels. And I do like this a lot. It's got the PTS stock, got a lot of PTS accessories on there actually. The only thing I will say is those PTS stocks scream Airsofter. Like I have that's the compact stock, I have like the normal stock, and it's great because it holds like 4 lipos, but God does it make it look like an airsoft gun. It isn't, you know, kosher for anything obviously, but I do like it overall. You know, the rifle's sick. I can't see much of the loadout. I just see flannel and a couple of mags on there. But overall, I think it looks pretty cool. I think you should cover your nose with something. But maybe, hey, maybe that's part of your helmet setup that you're working on. At the time that we're filming this, it is winter. It's literally snowing right outside of my window right now. So I think that we should definitely feature a snow kit. And we've got test subject number 23 here, who's got, you know, nice snow camo. Is that multicam? Oh my god, I don't think I've ever, if that is multicam Alpine, I've never actually seen a multicam Alpine uniform. But this is definitely super cool. I like the scrim on there. Got a Scorpion Evo. The one thing that I will say, which I'm trying to find a good picture before I do, I don't like people who put their 1-point slings through the shoulder straps. I just find it a little uncomfortable myself, but you do you. I just prefer 2-point slings as well. But this is super cool. It's a shame that multicam Alpine really is a one-trick pony, so it's hard to find like plate carriers or pouches in it, because the Coyote will definitely stick out in the winter. But it definitely does look super cool. This is neat, and then we've also got another set of Pit Vipers on. That's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much to everybody who submitted their kits for this video. Sorry that I couldn't get to them all, but I've been talking for like 40 minutes straight, and as much as I'd love to make a 40-minute long video, that would just take way too long to edit, and my camera's about to die. But thank you so much for watching. If you want to continue watching Roast My Kit, you can click right up here, or if you want a different video that YouTube thinks you'd like, you can check out right up here. But my name is Lane, and I'll see you all next time.